Part 1 Historical Novel Explanation and Examples. The first one is historical novel. Historical fiction, sometimes we call historical novel and sometimes we call historical fiction, is a literary genre where the story takes place in the past. So in historical novel, normally the story has to take place in the past because it narrates the story that happened in the past. The next point, it should take place during an authentic period in history and be set in a real historical place. So what it means here is this, that the story must take place in authentic period in history, means that must have a real life historical connection, and the whole atmosphere should be set in a real historical place. We have some more ideas about historical novel. The plot in a historical novel is a combination of real and fictional events. It combines both real and fictional incidents, events to make it more interesting to the reader. We can invent characters, cities and events, but they still must make sense to the time period. You can do whatever you like, but whatever imagination you have, whatever the characters you portray, the cities you create in historical novel, at least they must make sense, they must make meaning to the time in which you are going to write historical novel. That is the point. We continue. We have some more ideas about historical novel. The characters can be real, fictional, or both, but they should all look, speak and act in ways that accurately reflect the era. As I told, you could portray the real characters, you may also portray fictional characters, imaginative characters I mean to say, but they must all look and speak and act in ways that resemble the real life characters, the real life kings and queens, the real life persons, and so on. We have some more ideas. The dialogue must be authentic to the time period and should reflect the status of the characters who are speaking. So the treatment of conversation, the way the characters speak, the dialogue must also be authentic to the time in which the historical novel has been set. That is the point here. Now we have examples of historical novel. The most famous example of historical novel is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Then we have Romola by George Eliot. The third one is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Here I have just enumerated three most famous examples of historical novel. There are many.